what is going on? It is the Ales and Tales podcast. We are coming at you again with some different beers and some different reviews of them.
Yeah.
So we have our regular co-hosts, Jim McCarthy with me.
How you doing?
Ben Purrier.
Ben Purrier on the left.
I'm here.
Myself, Mike Mercurio, and with me are two guest hosts we've got today. We doubled up on the co-hosts. So we have Carly Duggan and Paige.
Paige.
Liskowski.
All right, I will just say Paige.
Liskowski. Liskowski. That's not that hard.
Yeah.
Hailing from Vero Beach, Florida. Or Florida. Is it Florida or Florida?
It's Florida.
Florida, not Florida?
Definitely Florida.
It's all those damn Northeasterners moving in, right? Florida.
Hey, are you from Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carly has been kind enough to bring us some Ohio beers to try, and we're going to give them a whirl, and hopefully everybody who listens to the podcast here locally will get a chance, if they go up that way, to have some things to check out, see what they think, see what we think first, and find out if it makes sense to them. So, Carly, what did you bring us?
So I brought a couple different Cleveland beers. We've got Bumbleberry from Fathead's Brewery on the west side of Cleveland. North Olmsted area. It's nice and light. It's honey blueberry ale. Perfect in the summertime. They even serve it with a couple blueberries on top.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
Blueberries.
Presentation.
Nice.
Blueberry is not as common in beer as, the I guess, other fruits. You see the peaches a lot and tangerine and raspberries and stuff. Not as much blueberry. I like it.
I've seen a good amount of blueberry beers.
Well, you've seen a lot of beers.
True.
So we have different, so for everybody who's listening to us maybe for the first or second time, the goal is to have wide array of views on beers. For example, a beer connoisseur who drinks quite a different number of beers, not in the alcoholic sense of quite a lot of beers.
This is kind of sort. I don't know my palate's that refined. More of a beer adventurer.
This really isn't a podcast. It's an intervention.
Yeah. So Ben, we wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
Myself.
Making light of alcoholism.
So anyways, I got to go.
As long as you can make light of it, you probably don't have it. It's okay.
Right, yeah.
Myself, who's been more of a whiskey and scotch kind of guy, but have gotten into beer over the years, and then more of a kind of new to spreading out and trying new things with beer.
You are a very bougie individual when it comes to alcohol consumption.
Well, you've got very specific taste buds. Yeah. So like, when you say connoisseur, like you're the one that can pick out the things that can, but it also leads you to not like a lot of things because it's just too shocking on your palate.
Right.
Like the sours and
some
of the heavy stouts, and you get into it coming around.
Your opinions are unapologetic.
That's been my plan, is just slowly get you drinking them over the years until you're like, all right, I like it.
Well, as with anything, that kind of happens, right? Like, I mean, think back to the first time you ever had
an acquired
beer
taste.
Or scotch or bourbon. Like the first time I had scotch, I thought I was dying. I didn't know what that was. I was like, why would anybody put this in their face hole? This is awful.
So you've acclimated to it.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
But I was also 12 the first time I tried it. So,
oh my gogosh, yeah. You don't have a palate by then.
Shocking. Yeah.
What are our guests' poison of choice normally?
Poison of choice.
Vodka.
She's a White Claw kind of person.
She's
white girl wasted.
Don't hate the claw. Ain't no laws in drinking claws.
I mean, they are in Florida, so I mean, come on.
I like it. Okay. And Carly, is beer your primary?
Not my primary, but I love a good flight at a brewery. I love wine. I love vodka. I'll try anything.
Equal opportunity alcoholic. I like it. It's kind of like me. You got to try all the different stuff. I got into mead again recently. Went to.
Did you say mead?
Mead.
I didn't realize that was still a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Gary Geist.
Oh my gosh. You got to drink it with a fork and a knife or something? Or?
No, it's been modernized a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great.
We got a meadery here in Nashville.
Really?
We do? Mm-hmm. Since when?
Honey Tree, I think that's the name.
A meter. Is that what they're called?
A meadery.
Meadery.
I would not think that they made a beverage.
There are different levels of mead too. There are a lot of meads you'll get that are very similar to like the consistency of a beer.
Right.
But then like Gary Geist, I mean, it is a lot thicker and more syrupy.
Right.
A lot sweeter. That's what the people that like mead really love Gary Geist if you never had it. Of course, it's like $40 for a little 8-ounce bottle.
A subsidiary of Aunt Jemima.
Gary Geese.
Yeah. Make syrup on part-time.
What are you saying? I thought you said Gary Geese.
I think it's pronounced Gary Geist.
Garrick yeast.
Like
Gara.
Gara?
I always thought it was Gary Gist.
All right, there will be a quiz at the end of the show, by the way.
That's
for
right.
everybody.
It sounds like we're throwing around some slang words. For
Make up
certain
words.
male fluids.
Garagiste.
Yeah, I would never know how to pronounce that anyway.
Right.
Okay.
Garrages. It's like, what are we saying here?
Hey, out of Tampa, Florida.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, cool.
Now, is Vero Beach south of Tampa?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
Geographically challenged.
It's like in Michigan, they hold up the hand. With Florida, you do the thumb or
When
something.
Mike said there was going to be a quiz, no one knew it was going to be a geography quiz.
Right. You have no idea geographically where Vero Beach is? No? Not on the west side or
East Coast.
East Coast? Okay.
Not worth it.
Geography, not your thing. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah. Well, so let's talk about this first one. So this is Fathead Brewery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
I guess because I can see the picture of a very fat head on the can.
Yes.
So
their can art is awesome. The Fatheads, it's changes for every different can. There's one. There's a Christmas one. Oktoberfest. They have a lot of fun with it.
Cool.
Right on.
You want to hold it up to the camera so everybody can see it?
Why don't you pass it over to me and I'll
There
do
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
And then we'll crack it open. So what can you
I have
tell
the
us?
closest camera. Here you go.
See
Thank
how many
you.
times we knock different stuff over.
No, I'm so afraid I'm going to rip something out.
What do you know of this brewery? Are you looking it up? You have some ideas on this place?
Yeah, so they have a couple different locations. They started in North Olmsted, but I think they have they made a larger location. Let me just double check.
More suspense for our listeners. I love it.
Hold on.
Hey, get the music. Come on, get the suspense music.
Oh, no, actually, they're all over.
Chief.
I forgot. Yes.
Where are they from?
In 1992, Glenn and Michelle had this crazy idea that craft beer bar and restaurant would be a great adventure. Fatheads was born. A few years later, Fatheads doubled in size. So actually, they started in Pittsburgh, and then in Cleveland they opened in 2009.
Okay, so they've been around for a while.
Yeah,
That's right.
And then Canton, Middleburg Heights. That's the big location. It's huge. You can get tours. They have a nice outdoor area.
Nice.
Is that your final answer?
They serve food?
Yeah, really good food. They have like huge sandwiches, big pizzas. Like everything is delicious.
Nice.
Sounds like a good place to visit. All right.
Right up my alley.
There you go.
Is it near the Christmas Story house?
No.
No.
Maybe like half an hour.
Oh, really?
I think it's in Lakewood. Is that where the Christmas Story house is?
Oh, I have no idea. All I know is I know Parma and the Christmas Story house location. And quite frankly, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah.
Bostonian, not a big fan of Cleveland.
I had to go there twice. And
I'm over here going, Cleveland's in Ohio, right?
Oh my God, really?
So
Hey,
this is,
solidarity.
I love Cleveland, New Hampshire.
who says a beer podcast can't be educational?
There's
saying.
Cleveland,
Or-
Tennessee.
No, there's a. It's probably like every state has certain. There's a Charlotte in every state. There's a Monroe in every state. There's probably a Cleveland in every state. There's a Nashville in many states.
Oh, there is.
So-
Yeah.
I think there's even a Cleveland, Delaware.
Oh God. We're not getting back on the Delaware train, dude. Not happening. You have okay.
That
if
was
you're
funny.
just tuning in, you have to listen to previous episodes. You'll understand.
We have a clip out there talking about the
that's right. On
the
Instagram
origin
short clip.
of the Delaware metaphor.
Yeah,
So
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, let's crack this thing open and give it a whirl because we're going to try 2 beers this episode and see what's up. You have it over
Dos
there?
Beer. I got
So
it
we
right
go
here.
for 3.
All right, you want to go ahead and pour yourself. So we got 1 can
We'll get it on
amongst
the good
5
mic.
people. So we're going to be trying a shot of beer.
Still saying, we'll go ahead and do 3. We'll go quick.
Oh, that was a good one. I got it.
Yeah.
It spilled on me. Oh my God.
You got all the attention.
messy.
And,
I did.
there you go. You got all the joy of that too.
feel like a certain kind of video going on here. Oh my goodness.
I'll come grab it.
Look at that. That is some dehydration looking stuff right there, man. Look at that.
Pour it up, Mike.
Would you look at that? Oh my
Would you look
goodness.
at that? Just look at that.
That
I
is
see something
a,
like that and I just say,
I don't want to say amber.
it's like a light straw.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely, Ben. Good call. Ooh.
Definitely smell blueberries and honey.
Need more? Good.
Yeah, I'll take a little more. Why not?
I'm curious if they use
There we go. You can leave the
macerated blueberries or if they use an extra syrup or
It says fresh blueberries.
fresh blueberries.
So I like the ale part of it.
All right, so everybody dive right in and go ahead and drink it, or are we smelling it first? What do we?
Well, what do we have? What are the?
To each his own.
To quote Mike, what are the notes that we're picking up on?
I mean, again, blueberry and honey right off the rip.
Yeah.
Like even the honey's prominent.
It is. It's actually. I noticed that more than the fruit.
All I smell is cigar.
Cigar? Would you smoke a cigar this morning?
Last night.
Oh, yeah.
Ruins your palate.
I got to go home, brush my teeth 3 times, do the Listerine, brush them again,
That's the
wash
thing
my
about-
face,
with a
clean out all my
cigar.
fingernails.
You have a cigar like the night before, you feel like you woke up with a dwarf shit in your mouth. You know?
Why a dwarf?
I don't know.
Well, it's because it's smaller shit. Maybe it's not quite a full. I don't know.
Every single time, like you enjoy the cigar fully knowing that the next morning
yeah.
it'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I do not like the mouth
next
funk the
morning.
next day, but I love the cigar at that time.
Telling you, you got to brush your cheeks. You got
You really do.
clean out your mouth.
Yeah.
It's called hygiene.
Is that what that is?
It's an amazing thing.
If you use gasoline to swish,
Gasoline.
totally kidding, folks. Do not
I
try
think I
that.
brought some beers that you said that about.
What, gasoline? Yeah, it was probably a sour. All right, so
Like it. I like this one.
it's got a nice light nose. It's not overwhelming. It's you got to get in there to really get much out of it nose wise, but it's got a good smell. It's honey, and you do get some blueberry from it. A little bit of wheat.
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 Is it wheat or wheat?
Is there wheat in this?
I don't know. Almost spilled mine. Oh my
it's
goodness.
almost floral.
Hopefully I got it on camera.
There's no wheat, I don't think.
All right. So, anybody else get anything else out of it from the nose? Or are we just moving on?
No,
I hear
I like 'em.
he's licking his lips there. He's already moved on. All right, let's move on.
No, it's a little light hoppiness to it on the back end. Kind of comes in after the sweetness and dries out a little bit.
It's got a tang. Like the first hit right on the tongue, you get a little bit of a tang, which is good. It's not just like sweet.
No, it's got a good balance to it. Definitely not a Delaware beer.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's actually lemony to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that too.
There's definite citrus.
It's go ahead.
Paige, what do you think?
I was waiting for that. I was gonna say she's over there hiding in the corner.
Paige.
She's like, I like vodka. This is not.
I mean, it's fine.
When you
Paige
drink
weighed
beer,
in very loftily.
when you drink beer, what do you normally drink?
Corona, Blue Moon.
I can see
All
some
right.
resemblance.
Yeah.
to what I'm
This
doing
is,
that,
this
yeah.
is a similar.
It's good.
I see what you say about I think it's more the mouthfeel on the wheat than it is a flavor.
Yeah, it's not. I don't get the flavor of wheat, but you get the nose of it. You get that.
But it's like it would be like a super light. I mean, because it's really easy to drink. Like I could have a can of that and it'd be gone pretty quick.
Fat,
You don't have to think about it.
What's the
I see the
ABV on
new the new marketing promo, Fathead Beer. I mean, it's all right.
5.3.
Yeah.
Does it list the hops?
Like a picture of Paige just shrugging, like, no big whoop.
And just sterling hops.
Do you put
Single
anything
hop.
in your vodka when you have that? You just drink it straight.
Water and lemon.
Water and lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would imagine because it's
Sounds
less
like hardcore
caloric
OG right
intake.
there.
No.
No?
I get headaches easy. So
Oh, okay.
Sweet stuff is like, no.
Yeah, the sugar. Well, sugar's I can't do the sugar. Like mixed drinks. Next
Right.
morning that's what get your head banging.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other interesting notes out of this? I can't come up with much. It's good. It's light. It's refreshing. It's got a little bit of a tang to it, which is nice. So you get a few different areas of the tongue or hit. It's not just like a linear taste. You get a bunch of different things going on, but there's nothing that really stands out to me. Anybody else?
Does
Going
anybody
once.
know who Matt, Chris, or Glenn are? Are you aware of them? No.
I'm assuming those are the owners or whatnot
Yeah.
on the can.
They have their names on the can. And whoever this gentleman is on the can, they had to have kind of imagined this guy out of somebody that they know.
Well, if it's called Fathead Brewery,
Yeah.
I'm assuming there was somebody that was, had a fat
fathead.
head.
Does he have antennas?
It's like the little bumblebee for the honey. Is what my interpretation of it.
He's kind of like Mantis's brother.
It kind of looks like I can never remember which one is either Laurel or Hardy. Which one's the fat one?
The fat one is
Stan Hardy was
Oliver Hardy. Stan Laurel,
Oliver Hardy. Yep.
Stan Laurel, believe it or not, was the brains behind the pair. He came up with all the stuff.
Gags.
Mm-hmm.
It was normally with those old comedy duos. There was one guy that was like the
guy,
the leader of the whole deal.
Yeah.
I miss
Oliver Hardy was the straight man, while Stan Laurel was the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to watch all that stuff.
Yeah, same.
And it's funny. Does anybody in here not know who Laurel and Hardy are? Not me. I can't say that.
I knew it.
Figured. Yeah.
I knew it was coming. Yeah.
How about
what were they, like 40s?
What's that?
What were they? They were popular with the 40s, 50s,
probably even the 20s and 30s.
20s and 30s.
Yeah,
it's way back when.
Yeah.
It was black and white. Some of them weren't even talkies at that point.
Yeah.
What about Abbott and Costello? Oh my!
Who's on first?
I'm not good with names.
Right.
So
They were pretty notorious.
Yeah, it's old stuff.
That's really old stuff.
Yeah.
Three Stooges.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But from the modern movie or from the original ones?
I have no.
Yeah, all
idea.
right. Because they did that.
Was
they
it
did
black
that
and white?
remix.
Yeah, I've seen the black and white.
Okay, so that was the original one. All right, cool.
Do you guys watch any other black and white movies like It's a Wonderful Life or Casablanca, that kind of thing?
Never seen Casablanca.
I've never
I
seen
just
it
recently
either.
did. It was
Really?
good. Yeah. It was good.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I don't know. All the old black and white movies, they always just seem so canned. Maybe that's the way they were, but it just seems
different
Yeah.
era, different acting.
right.
We didn't understand. They didn't have all the special effects, so it was more on the writing than all the craziness. There was no Michael Bay explosions back in the day, so they had to rely on.
got to go with the old good like Jack Lemmon movie.
Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to tell my daughter, go ahead.
Of course.
Of course. That scene where everything goes into color in that movie, I told my daughter, I said, actually, the world once upon a time was in black and white. And at that particular moment is when they caught it, when it went to color. And she believed it since she, like...
I believe that too.
Right?
I first thought that when black and white movies, like that was the world. And then in like whenever it switched over to color, like the whole world was in color.
That's right.
I don't know why.
My daughter believed that up until the 8th grade. That's a very embarrassing moment for her. when she stood up vehemently in class and said, "No, the world was in black and white," and the teacher was looking at her going, "Oh, go. Geez. We're going to have to get one of these special licenses for this girl."
Make your father proud.
Yeah.
So if anybody has sat around while we were talking and not drank for a while and then took another sip, this almost reminds me of a sweet tart. It's got kind of like, the chewy, the big giant sweet tarts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Halloween candy you throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
candy corn. How do you eat candy corn?
I just eat the white
Easter egg peeps.
The white tip
throw
off
them
of
in the
it.
trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know why, but I swear candy corn, the 3 different colors have different flavors.
But who
They
eats
don't,
those things?
but it's like the Fruit Loops. You know the deal with Fruit Loops. Have you guys ever had Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
All right.
They all taste the friggin' same.
People think typically that they taste differently, but there's only one flavor across
They
all
just
of
dye
them.
them different colors.
Yeah, but your mind starts making the yellow ones more lemony and the green ones more citrusy, limey, and yeah, I don't know. Same thing with Sixlets, which are like the
Sixlets?
M&Ms. Have you got? Okay, yeah, it's like
I've heard of
M&Ms.
chiclets.
It sounds like a mafiosa gangster.
Yeah.
Old six
little-
lips.
Bobby,
little
hey, is that
Sixlets.
Bobby Sixlets over
Bobby
there.
Six Lips La Fione over there. Huh?
The Sixlets were like
Are you saying
off,
6 lips?
Sixlets.
Okay.
It's an
yes.
off-brand M&Ms
Sixlets.
that were around when I was a kid. They're
Really?
still around. They're good. I like them better than M&Ms. But anyway,
Now, I want to say, back in my childhood, I remember Fruit Loops having distinct flavors. And I think they might have homogenized it over time.
maybe, or it was
Cereal,
just
as we know it, like the old good cereals,
they're gone.
they're not the same. Other manufacturers like Malto Meal, mom brands, they call it, we had those one time and it was like, oh my gosh, I remember exactly how this tasted.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it used to taste. So whatever, carcinogens are putting into these cereals.
Recycled plastic.
Yeah.
That's how they get
Yeah.
it. All right,
Red dye
so-
number 5 or whatever.
yeah. What would this pair well with? What can you think of eating or doing?
I think it's light enough. It goes with just about anything.
Yeah. Pizza by a beach.
Pizza, by beach. Burgers, by beach.
Grilled chicken salad.
There you go.
By beach.
Or grilled chicken
I was
sandwich.
Okay, so I was actually thinking along the lines of chicken because anything that has fruit a lot of times will go well with a grilled chicken because it pairs well with. That's a good idea.
Y'all ever been to Chick Salad Chick?
Yes.
They got like the lemon chicken salad they do. Be good.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've never been to Chicken Salad Chick. You got to go to Chicken Salad
Really?
Chick.
Is it in Nashville?
Yeah.
There is one in Nashville, yeah.
We just got one out in Smyrna, Laverne area. Just got one, or we're getting one. No, I think it's in already up in Hermitage. They're starting to pop up here, and there's one out in Bellevue. I know.
That's the one
Sure,
I tried.
I'm sure there's one somewhere near town.
Yeah, I forgot you live out by Knoxville.
He's out there always.
Yeah. I'm down
long
here
was the
by
drive to
Alabama.
Yeah.
Surprised we're not in Florida already. It was a drive.
Yeah.
It's an
how long's your
enjoyable
drive?
drive.
45
It's
minutes?
not that bad. No, yeah, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Not that bad.
I swear it feels like it's way longer than it is. It's only 20 minutes for me to get here to the studio,
Really?
but I swear it feels like it's like 40 minutes. I'm just like, I'm driving.
It's out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country.
Out in the country.
That's
Out-
right.
That's right. We are out in the country.
And if we have our way with it, we're gonna actually we may have a new building in Columbia. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even farther.
even farther.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to build that studio in my office.
So I can do all the driving.
That's right. Hey, you drive for a while. All right. Well, this was good. I mean, let's give it a quick rating, and then we're going to dive into the second beer.
Okay. How many fatheads?
How many fatheads?
I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 fatheads. It was good. Not my favorite, but it was good.
Ben?
I'm going good, like 6.8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, with your fractioned ratings. 6.8239, I'd say. Fatheads out of 10.
6.873.
So you're 60%. 60.
So is that 6 fat heads and then 1 slightly balding fat head? That's this.
Whoa. I think
It's like a
I'll take
whole-
offense to that right now, man.
I'm going to give it a Laurel and a Hardy. Okay.
Laurel and a Hardy. For an everyday beer, that'd be a great little go-to, just fridge beer.
Yeah.
I don't think I would like seek it out as something super special, but
Right.
I could enjoy that just kind of on the regular in the fridge, pop one out, light, refreshing, easy to drink.
Yeah, on a hot day up in Cleveland, this would be good off of tap, especially.
Not a super high ABV, so you can have a couple of them.
Yeah. 5.3. And I don't know, what's an IBU?
International bittering units.
Yeah.
How,
So
how bitter the beer is.
13 of those.
Not very high.
So they're not very high.
What's
Yeah.
the scale?
There you get beers like 1,200 IBUs or something crazy. I forget. The human palate can only go so high. It's like 192 or something like that. Don't quote me on that.
Too late.
Too late.
We're going to quote you on that.
I think it's even less than. I think it's even less than that because I want to say it's because you have the Dogfish Head 120, which is 120 IBUs,
Right.
boiled for 120 minutes and all that other stuff. But I want to say I saw something where like even that high we can't perceive, so it's really pointless after whatever that limit is. You have
It's
to look
like
it up.
the more and more they go with television. Now you have 8K TVs. It's like going to get to the point where you can't even tell the difference. You know, we've got a 12K TV.
But your animals can.
I guess they
So
can.
if you leave your like your regular TV, if you leave it on for your cat or something when you leave, the frames at which they see, it's almost like watching a stop motion to them. Like they can see the pauses in between the frames because their brains can pick up quicker on it than ours can.
Right.
Like, wow.
Yeah, humans typically see in 60 FPS, I think. Frames per second. Especially when it's said that way.
5 IBU at the absolute minimum and up to 120 IBU at the maximum, though somewhere between 10 and 80 are the most common for commercial and craft beers.
And there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. All
Like
right.
it.
So again, learning with beer.
That's right.
All right. Ladies, what do we got for ratings?
What do we got next?
I'm going to say 8 fatheads out of 10 fatheads.
All right.
I really like this beer. Have been drinking it for a couple years. It's really good on tap with a couple blueberries thrown in the summertime.
That does sound nice.
Yeah, it's my sister's favorite beer. Yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
I would drink it again, but I'd probably rate it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
6 out of 10.
That's not bad. That's good. We'll take that. You know, when we're down in the 3s and we're getting a little rough.
No, I'm going to say 8 out of 10.
Yeah. It's a good beer.
it's good
I mean,
beer.
all around, I would drink it on any, this is something, again, I would, it's enough for me that if I was up there, I would go to the brewery and try some other stuff. I think it's worthwhile. I think it's good.
Right.
They know what they're doing with it. All right.
There you go.
Dive into the next one. What do we got next?
What's next?
All right, bartender, what do we got?
Oh, it's like this couch sucks me in.
You can put the pillow
sliding down. Like, hey, how we doing?
Here, hand it over to me, and I'll get it on the camera. Or you got to do the review on it.
Didn't
Peel
take
the price sticker
tag
off.
How many did you bring? Oh, quite a few. Wow.
Like 8.
Oh, wow.
Let's get to popping.
So, folks, this is going to be a
here
very
a while.
long episode, and by the end of it,
We're not going to be coherent.
Yeah.
There we go. Boss Dog.
So, okay, I know why you brought the Boss Dog beer, but go ahead and tell everybody who has not listened when you've been visiting before.
Yes. So I used to work at Boss Dog. I'm wearing my tried and true T-shirt.
Nice.
It was a great
Represent!
college job and great brewery. Two brothers, Josh and Jason, started the brewery, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. They have a great patio, great hazy IPAs. It's a citrus mosaic hops, I believe. Double IPA, the Punch Out, excellent. They have seasonal beers. Yeah, it's just a great vibe in Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Cool.
Right.
All
There
right.
you go.
And this is the double IPA, you said?
Yes, double IPA, Punch Out.
All right.
And they have some cool can art too.
They do. They've got the almost like the Mike Tyson Punch-Out game kind of thing going on here.
It's Big Bear.
Yeah.
So for those who are listening, I realize we did not describe the other one, but go ahead and describe the can to our listeners, what it looks like.
We
So,
described this can.
Did you describe it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about the guy in the front of it, the fat head.
Okay, I'm not paying attention.
Are you here? Are you?
I'm getting.
Are you in
getting-
orbit?
He wants it described in detail, man.
Oh,
Come
You
on.
know,
Okay.
purple can with the in this case, but yeah. So go ahead, give our
White and
listener,
orange
our
lettering.
audio only listeners, a little bit of a description.
Yeah.
of
So
that.
we have a cartoon image of a gentleman that kind of, unfortunately, looks like me with the belly and the man boobs.
Better hair.
Much better hair, fuller head of hair, big thick beard. Looks like he's gone a couple of rounds in a boxing match, and he's got a black eye. He looks pretty ramped up, and the guy next to him, I presume to be his coach, and he's telling him to get out there, rock. You know, he's kind of got that look to him. You see that?
It's a good cartoony can. I like it.
Right.
A lot of
I'll hold
stuff
it up.
going on.
Makes you feel like you're about to get punched in the tongue.
Right.
Well, if it's a double IPA, we're probably about to get punched in the
I
tongue.
typically like the doubles better than just a regular IPA. I find that the higher alcohol kind of, I don't know, balances the bitterness, I guess. There's a lot, I don't know, yeah. You get a little bit more of that alcohol sweetness, so it's a little bit easier for me to drink. It's not as dry sometimes. It doesn't suck the moisture out of my mouth. That's the problem, you know. You said this was a hazy, though, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be normally too bad. You get the West Coast styles, and they kind of just, you drink it in the summer, and then you have cottonmouth from a beer.
This is a fun beer with 8.2 ABV.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
This will do the job in no time at all.
All right. Well,
35 IBUs.
Yeah, they serve it in a little sifter glass.
Oh, really? Okay, the small. Yeah, because higher. Yep, that makes sense. All right.
All right, here we go.
I'm surprised for a double IPA, it's only that many IBUs. We say 40?
Ooh, I got a whiff of it
30,
right on
33.
the open.
That's low.
35?
I got plenty here.
I don't know. I've just expressed my views on IBUs before.
Just one. Okay.
All right.
There's some beers that'll be 30 IBUs and other beers that'll be 60 IBUs and they'll be about as bitter as each other.
Wow. Just pouring this, I smell a lot
Like
of
most
stuff
Ohioans.
going on.
Sorry.
Just as bitter as each other.
Did you find that to be the case, like with the people up in Ohio? They're like, you moved down here. What was the biggest cultural shock?
Probably just the southern accents and
Yeah.
the heat, the homeless people. Thank you.
The heat and the homeless people.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really be homeless in Ohio. That's for sure. It's too cold.
Yeah, I think there's certain areas like Lakewood or Ohio City, but there's not as many. There's a lot more here in Nashville. Which is
Yeah.
sad.
It's temperate.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to deal with it year round, I guess.
Yes.
Here, so it's even more. A lot have gone to Austin. Austin got overrun.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I'm inhaling orange
Whoa.
juice.
Yeah,
Right?
this is an alcoholic orange juice just by the
Yes.
smell. It's got a sweet, almost a birthday cake scent to
So I'm
it.
talking about that higher alcohol. You get that
Birthday
kind of
cake.
alcohol sweetness to it.
Really?
Yeah, like orange juice and birthday cake.
As long as it's not orange juice and toothpaste.
That's
Always
Red
a
Bull.
favorite.
That's the flavor of Red Bull. We've talked about that before. I figured out what the flavor of Red Bull was one day when I brushed my teeth and then drank orange juice, and I was like, "Oh, good! Oh, Red Bull.
Ooh, that is good. I'm not a big IPA guy, but this is really good. I like it.
Telling you, doubles where it's at.
I'm just enjoying the smell. I'm not even in the rush to drink
yeah.
it. That's nice.
That's fantastic.
a little bit of pineapple too.
Yes.
Like
That's
pineapple
really good.
upside down cake with orange juice and
Sprinkles. No sprinkles.
just for added effect. All right, let's see.
Yeah, we would get a shift beer after our shift, and I'd either get the Punch Out or the Hipster, which is a hazy IPA, just not a double. But
So, basically, is it the same kind of ABV on the?
I believe so.
All right,
Don't,
so
don't quote me.
That's your MO. I got you.
This beer right here definitely puts this automatically on my Cleveland brewery list. If I'm ever in Cleveland, I'm hitting this place up.
It's a bit sweeter than I would care for. Like I would actually want it to be more twangy, more
Twangy,
yeah.
like banjo or
Yeah, just, I don't know. You get like a, when it hits your tongue.
Bitter?
This doesn't have as much of that.
No.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit more bitter would be good. Yeah,
This one's very smooth with a V.
it is.
It is.
It is
Smooth?
pineapple-y smooth.
Good recommendation there, Carly. Thank you.
Yeah, happy to. Paige, what do you think?
It's all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't get this, but that's just me.
Paige being unintentionally funny. There we go.
So yeah, I mean, okay. So you drink vodka.
Yes.
Have you had like screwdrivers, the vodka and orange juice?
Yeah.
Does this kind of remind you of that a little bit?
No, that's screwdriver's better.
Right.
Yeah.
There you
Have
go.
you ever had a vodka with orange juice? I call it a orange vodka.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
That was bad.
That was really bad. Give
That
yourself
was-
a whatever
That was
sound.
bad, and you
Okay,
should
all
feel
right.
bad.
Thank you.
We'll do that.
Self-served. What he deserved. That was good.
Somewhat of a dad joke.
It had to have a joke in it to be a dad joke.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. He's got a
Really?
point, though.
All right. So the more I drink
Can you
this,
say that again?
no,
Say it again.
it had to have a joke in it to be a dad joke. Oh shit!
You did it.
I there you go.
Did I tell y'all? I don't think I busted this out last time. My new favorite dad joke. What did the DJ name his son?
Check
Eric?
number 2. Eric. Marinara. What did the DJ? What's his preferred tomato sauce of choice?
Oh, marinara.
I like that one. That's pretty good. My inner Italian likes that. That's good.
It's nice. It's nice.
That's nice.
Are you
Yeah.
saying you have an Italian inside of you, or what? Like
Genetically,
alien?
yes.
I got you.
Do you?
Jim
You know where this is going.
Tony. I didn't catch his joke when he sent it through we had a group text the other day, and one of the guys in the group made a joke, and then I responded with another joke, and then they were both dad joke-ish. They were bad. But Jim Tony, who actually is a dad, the only dad of the three of us that mentioned the stuff, he came in and said, any dad joke made by somebody who's not a dad is a faux pas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was like, well, I could see how it's a faux pas. And then
They got you.
somebody...
you're a
and then I
faux
went,
pas.
Oh, a faux
Yeah, the joke's
Like
not a
it
faux
went-
pas. You're a faux pas.
Yeah, went right over my head.
That's another one of my favorites.
There we go.
That was good.
And rewind back to the beer.
Sounded like a leprechaun farting. What the hell?
It's called a record scratch. If you remember records. Speaking of dad joke, this.
Mountains are not only funny, they're hilarious.
Oh, God. Hilarious.
Thank you, Mr. Ed Fox from
Yes.
Trade Bank of Nashville.
This could weigh on the tongue after, like, if you get a pint of the, well, this is, you said in the smaller, the brandy sniffers. I can
8
understand
ounce, 10
why.
ounce.
Yeah, I think it's 8 ounce.
8 ounce sniffer.
Right.
Two of
You can
these,
size that.
my tongue would just be like knocked out like the can. I get it. Because it would knock you, but it is good. I
It's the
enjoy
boss
it.
dog.
It is very. The more I drink it, the more pineapple comes forward. I keep getting more and more pineapple. It's just layering on top of itself. But it's good. I do want it to be more bitter.
What to pair with? Burrito.
More.
burrito.
more of itself.
Again, it goes to a grilled chicken because of the sweet. You put this would actually go.
But
well
the heaviness lends to.
It'd go good with spicy food because you get that alcohol sweetness, and alcohol help burn off some of that off your palate.
Yeah. Well, what's the mango with chili spices on it and stuff like
Chamoy?
that?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I can get that.
They
Ever tell you guys? Go ahead.
They actually had a beer, the Hipster. It was fermented with serrano peppers. They called it the Jobu. So it was a spicy IPA.
I'm in.
It was a fun beer. But I would say the Punch Out pairs very well. They had a candied bacon pizza. So it was like a cheese pizza, like a white pizza with sweet bacon, balsamic vinegar, and some like parsley or some type of like green stuff on top.
Some type of green stuff. Nice.
All right, yeah. So the other thing that popped into my mind is normally when there's fruit in sweet beers, it makes me think of like pork loin or because
With applesauce. Yep.
Yeah, that
There were some smashed taters.
anything grilled would work well with this.
Yeah.
Because this is sweet enough to cut through the char of whatever meat you cook, like a blackened trout. This would be good.
Well, that's one thing I really like about higher ABV beers with any sort of fatty food, heavy food. It's kind of like, wine with a nice steak of that alcohol is, again, going to just burn off the fat that's on your palate, help, refresh and renew. And
Right.
yeah.
It's as I raise it to my mouth, like I breathed in first, and it's just like it is a punch out. You get a ton of scent from it, and then a ton of flavor. It is not short in the flavor department. What was that face, Jim?
No, I'm just I'm in the processing.
Looked like you were struggling to swallow it. Of course, he goes somewhere different.
It's
He really wants to put that Italian
The
in
oldest
there.
guy
always
in
a
here.
problem with me.
The oldest guy in here has the most childlike mind. I love it.
Yeah,
That's how you stay young.
that's right.
Okay.
You gotta have fun.
This, I don't know if this would be a beach beer.
Probably not.
You get
Maybe
out
a
in the
beach
heat and it
bar.
can weigh on you a little bit, yeah.
If you're underneath a tiki torch,
Under a
hut,
tiki torch?
right? And sitting at a bar by the beach,
Yeah,
I can see
if
that.
you're already feeling dehydrated in the heat, this would not help.
out of the sun.
Out of the sun.
Yeah.
It's an out of the sun beer.
Hence why the beach girl is not a huge fan of it. So that makes sense.
Do you go to the beach a lot?
Yes.
And you live there?
Yes.
Ha ha, Mercurio.
It's a rare thing.
Look
me.
at that.
I get it.
Mercurio's like, oh, if you live next to the beach, you never go to the beach. All you do is watch people go to the beach because they're tourists.
I lived at the beach for like 12 years. I lived in Destin, Florida. Before that, Wrightsville Beach.
He's a beachist.
Wilmington, North Carolina. And when I lived there, I was like, man, I'm not dealing with the traffic. I'm not dealing with the rain. I don't have to go to the beach if it's raining because I'm not visiting and I've only got like 2 days to make it to the beach. So you got to go regardless. I'm not dealing with the parking and I'm not dealing with the tons of people. No. But as soon as I moved away from the beach, I was like, hey, I want to go to the beach.
Right. So you go to the beach a lot?
Every weekend.
Yeah.
Every weekend. And you can tell when there's tourist people because they're coming in full clothes and like taking pictures and just being annoying.
Being annoying.
But they're good for your economy, so got to give them a heads up.
So East Coast, so do you surf or anything like that, or knee board or nothing? Just hang out.
Hang out.
All right.
Yeah.
So the locals don't come fully clothed? Is that the case, or what's going on?
No, yeah, you don't. You just,
Nice. Sounds like a place I need to go.
Slap on your bathing suit.
Slap
On your bathing suit.
That's what
slap
I
on
do.
your bathing
That's the
suit.
tourists
and
who are not typical beach people.
Slap on and slap on down.
I slop it on. There's no slapping
Get too
with me.
sloppy the night before, and you're like,
Let me just put this towel on. If it falls, it falls. Oh my God, Sasquatch. But he doesn't seem as tall as I remember.
See, I would have gone with oh my God, Bigfoot. Yeah.
What's that from?
That's from something?
Is it? I don't
I
know.
don't think so. No. You drop the towel.
Oh, Bigfoot.
And it's like big feet. Yeah, okay.
I
never
got
mind.
you.
Having to
Give him
explain
the
it. It's
dun-
dead. It's
dun-
dead. It's
so-
gone.
This is good, Carly. I like it. Mm-hmm. Good choice.
All right, ratings. Let's give it a rating. What do we got?
2.
Oh my gosh.
She took zero time having to figure that one out.
That's a
and
9 out of 10.
That was the quickest she said anything.
9 out of 10.
Paige is not a fan.
You said 9 out of 10, Carly?
Mm-hmm. 9 out of 10 for me. That's. I'm not an IPA guy, and I love that.
That was good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with Ben.
All right. I'm a 7 out of 10. It's good. I would again, anything out of a can or a bottle is never going to be the same as off of tap, and I always want to try things off of tap just because some of my favorite beers off tap I do not like in bottles sometimes.
What's the can date on there?
The can date?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize there was such a thing.
So we'll let him figure that out for the next 20 minutes while we continue to discuss.
Put my Cro-Magnon face on.
Let's see. Start
me thought.
Hit it. Hit it. Make it tell you.
Oh, by the way.
I don't know where I'm looking here.
You want me to look at it?
Yeah. There you go.
The Jobu thing, Carly, that you were mentioning.
Yes.
The only thing I can think of that reminds me.
Major League?
There you go. Okay, you beat me to it. Yep, Major League.
Yeah.
Great movie.
It was a good movie.
Major League or Major League 2?
That was one.
Was one?
Yeah.
There's none.
It was good. No.
Might not be
I'm
on
not
there.
seeing it. Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No.
So they're so confident that their beer will
Not that
be
crazy.
drunk quickly.
Yeah.
That
Might have been on the outside packaging.
oh.
Yeah, this was like a one-off can that I bought.
Okay,
Building
yeah,
a six-pack.
variety pack for us.
So coming out of the tap, why is it so much different? Like,
Well, it's more fresh. I mean,
but if it's in the keg,
if you go to the brewery,
right? Okay.
Right?
Oh, right from the source. I
Right.
see.
it's just going to be better. In tap in general, normally I think it's pressurized better than in a can because a keg is pressurized. It's straight out from the tanks right into the kegs or into a can or a bottle, and I don't think a can or a bottle do as well with that.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Protect from
Makes sense.
That's my very
oxidation, temperature
scientific
change.
explanation of that. It doesn't do as well. I don't know.
No, it's kind of like Coke out of a can in a bottle, then off tap all tastes different.
Oh.
You can get Coke off a tap.
Like fountain.
Well, they used to put
okay,
the fountain for
Actually,
Cokes.
yeah. I mean, homebrewers, that's what they use is corny kegs, which are little kegs for the Cokes and whatnot.
They used to for Coke. It was the seltzer water and then the syrup from Coke that they
Two
would have to
separate
blend
things.
together. And the cool thing when you ever you went to a soda jerk that would do it themselves, sometimes the ratio would get mixed up and you get sweeter Coke. That was like the treat.
Extra sugar.
Yes,
And whatever other junk they got in there.
that's right.
Okay. Do we want to, I don't know how long we've been going. Do we want to wrap it up or do we want to do a third one? It's up to everybody else. What do we say?
I'll do a third one next episode. Wrap
Keep
up.
it going? Ben's like, keep it
Wanna
going.
keep
Might
it
as
going?
well.
All right. Let's do one more.
One more, 3
once
beers
again-
in one episode.
We've got 5 people.
Right. Once again, bartender's choice. What do you got?
There you go. Let's go.
I do like the can though. That's cool.
Get some music going for it.
I mean, for new beer, yeah.
Yeah.
What's sexier than new beer?
Really?
That's not a hard
There's a lot of
question to answer.
things that are sexier
Oh,
than beer.
round 3 is all of them. I like it.
There you go.
Well, here's our options. We've got 3 hazies and 1 raspberry, Jackie O's Raz Wheat. Honestly, I think we should do the Raz Wheat.
I'm thinking the same thing. That's what I thought.
All right, let's wrap it up. We've been fruity through the first 2. Let's keep it.
Speak
keep
for
it fruity.
yourself.
Hey, now, you stop yourself.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
You are not woke. Want to hand that to me and I'll. You want to do the description? Who wants to do the description of the can?
Let Carly do it. She did a good job last time.
Golly. Do it now. No. I'll hold it up for you, I guess. You want to do the description of the can?
Oh, yes. So Jackie O's out of Athens, Ohio, right next to OU, Ohio University. Been there a couple times. Great brewery. It's nice. The Raz Wheat is pretty refreshing. It's nice and light. Great for the summertime. Can art. You're gonna see. Yeah. It's a pink deer with yellow antlers and some really pretty flowers. Sunflowers, I would say.
It was like a 30-point deer.
Yeah,
Is it a 30-point deer,
buck.
really? Can anybody even comment on the fact of how well this music bed goes with her voice? Oh my goodness.
I'm sitting here cracking up.
Right? Can you say Elons of Danbury?
Elons of Danbury.
Nice. I would totally have you in a production studio recording those spots back in the day.
What is the Alonzo Dens?
Elons of Danbury was the gentleman's club Come to Elan's. So I'd always have the receptionist record it because she was always like the lone voice that it wasn't heard all the time and she wasn't on air. So she always just did this breathy type of approach. Come out to Elan's.
Right on.
Or in Vegas, it would be the library. Come see the sexy librarians. And the daytime brunch buffet.
We had a place called the Library in college.
Did you?
Yeah, it was nice.
The sexy librarians?
All the girls dressed like Catholic schoolgirls, short little skirts.
We actually did go to the lunch brunch at the library.
Right up the hill from Flipside.
When I was in Vegas, we went to the lunch brunch at the library. I recommend. I do not recommend. 1 stars.
1 stars?
1 star.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go see
clam buffet's a little stale.
You want to see, C-section scars and so a very interesting experience.
That was in Vegas.
As Daryl from The Office
we might have should have cut it out the other
that.
beer. It's just taking a downturn.
Yes.
It's the day shift at a strip club. You can't unsee that. Credit to Daryl on The Office on that one. All right, ready? Getting schmutz all over
You're a very violent beer opener.
Am I?
It's because he's trying to do it kind of like slow and crisp, and it's.
Yeah, look at that. You hear it?
That's a great sound.
That's a good sound. There you go.
All right. Again, we got one of these.
Y'all never heard of Ladies First, did you?
I'm just going around the circle. Wherever there's a glass.
All right.
I'll give you Ben's shares.
We're going to make Paige a beer believer in no time.
That's right.
I'm not against beer. It's just not my go-to.
Whatever.
All right.
Good.
Rasweed.
The color.
What is the name of this one again?
Jackie O's Raz Wheat.
Yep.
Okay, is this like, what's the deal with the Jackie O thing? Is this where she was from or something?
Jackie O's, yeah, it's in Athens, Ohio. I don't really know the name or why it is the name that it is.
Is it like the restaurant Jackie O's?
Yeah, they have food.
So they're also really well known for their bourbon picks.
Oh.
If it's the same Jackie O's, yeah.
Ooh,
Popular spot.
And this is a raspberry wheat, is that correct?
Wheat. Wheat.
Raspberry wheat. Smells good. Smells like raspberry. Go figure.
I can smell the tang.
I can't talk. These beers are a little airy.
They are.
Oh, it's named after the guy who started it. Named it after his mom, Jackie Ostrike.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
not Jackie O from the Kennedy.
That's why I was wondering that. Jackie Onassis. Sorry.
Nassus.
And
Onassis.
he purchased O'Hooley's, so he changed it from O'Hooley's to Jackie O's in his mom's honor.
Oh.
And her reaction to a classic motherly reaction, a bar? Art's reply, it's going to be so much more fun. It's going to be much more than effing bar, Mom.
Nice.
Sounds like a bar owner. Yeah, it's going to be so much effing better, ma. All right.
How's that go again?
I don't know. That was a one-time deal. Oh. So this
That is a very interesting can.
It is. It's cool.
I wonder what the inspiration behind the deer creature is.
The deer is.
It's like a mythological stag.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a nightmare image.
It's razzed with real raspberries. That's what it says.
Wheel raspberries.
Real raspberries.
They really come through too.
Rascally
Rascally
Wabbit.
Wabbit.
5.5% alcohol by volume.
Pretty good.
Yeah, smells nice. Smells like raspberries. All right.
Or as they say in South Africa.
So, Paige, what do you think on this? Is it like a raspberry blue moon?
No, I feel like Blue Moon's a little stronger. This is actually really light.
It is.
I kinda
Blue
like
Moon's
it.
got heaviness.
Oh, say that again.
I like it.
There you go.
We got a winner, folks.
Okay, let's do that.
I kind of like having the one person that doesn't like any of the beers, though. So it's always nice kind of having that one person that doesn't like any of the beers. It's, I'll bring it here and y'all, oh my God, it's horrible.
That was
good comedy.
That was Jim with anything that wasn't an IPA. And that was Mike Haas back in the day, our very first, one of our very first co-hosts. Our very first episode, I will never forget. I was like, this is going to be really good. We're going to review beers. The breweries are going to like the fact that we're reviewing their beers. They're probably all going to be great. You know, it's going to be good beer, this, that, and the other. And this guy we nicknamed him Miller Lite Michael because that's what he knew. That was it.
What he drank.
The Haasinator.
The Haas. Yeah. And he took a sip and he's like, oh, God, this is fucking horrible. Oh. That was like literally the first thing. And I was like, oh, well, there goes the first bleep. I was not expecting that. It was funny as hell. But this is good. I like it. It's light. It is very, very light. This is not a palate wrecker.
No.
You could have multiples of this without an issue.
This is definitely a beachside beer. In my opinion.
This is a very... very flowery.
Yes. It's got a bouquet kind of feel to it, right?
The raspberry really comes through.
Yeah.
Both on the nose and just the palate.
Yeah, they do a good job of getting the scent and the flavor without it being too much. Like it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, and you almost get a little bit of like a sour taste when you first sip it, but then it goes away.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
But the bouquet you mentioned, that makes a lot of sense too. That's good.
It is.
I mean,
it's
look
like
at 3 for 3 with Carly over here, man. Ohioans know how to brew a beer.
Right?
Look at that.
So,
at least they got something going for them. Whoa! I'm sorry. I don't mean to be insulting. You moved here for a reason, though. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Ohio might as well be the Northeast. We're both from the Northeast. We can make fun of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I hate where I came from, too. So.
No, I love Cleveland. Born and raised. But,
Cleveland rocks.
It's time for a change.
Cleveland is or Ohio is not Delaware.
No.
No. This is not Delaware, these beers.
These are not Delaware.
No. This is not an average middle of the road, just unexceptional.
These all
beers.
So you like all of these beers. Does that make a beer being like Cleveland a thing?
Yeah, it's interesting. Because, Cleveland is interesting. The times we went up there were at the end of March, where I got my quota for 20 years of snow, and I was done. I'm good. All right. Every single flipping day that we were there doing work, like part of it, we had to go up in a 50, 60-foot cherry picker to take pole lights off. Yeah, that wasn't happening. So I had to lead a crew back up at the end of April, where we could actually fight the lake effect winds with, being up in a 50-foot cherry picker while the winds are blowing, and both the pole and the picker are doing one of these. If you can see me, I'm moving my hands over each other, and you're trying to cut through wire and everything, and it's
like you were doing the dance from Greece.
Yes, exactly. It's like the dance from Greece. Good visual.
The best times to visit, I'd say, are the summertime or the fall. Paige loves coming in the fall because
I can see that.
The trees.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's basically Connecticut weather. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's right against that's right on the south side of the lake, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Lake Erie.
Yep.
Okay.
And you get those lake effects. Like every day we were there doing that. Thank goodness it was inside the store where we were doing the lighting change out, because no one was going outside. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not making my guys do that. I'm sorry. So
No, that's no fun.
no.
The okay, so how's the Cleveland, Ohio beach at the lake?
Well, there's a couple different beaches. Edgewater, Menor Headlands. Menor Headlands is closer to where I live. My dad plays volleyball there. It's a great time. I think all the sand is imported, though.
Really?
It's a little dirty. Lake Erie sometimes can be polluted. So you got to be careful. Look online before you go swimming. Or check the signs.
So what, you're gonna hop in the water and get Hep A or something? Or?
Syphilis, Hep C.
Well, yeah, sometimes there's just contamination. But when it's hot, you just got to cool off and take the consequences.
But take your chances.
It's worth it. I might glow green for a week.
You'll have fun today. Your kid's gonna have a third eye. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
It's a scale of Pamela to Tommy.
Isn't there's a big amusement park up there too, right?
Yeah,
Yes, Cedar Point and Sandusky.
That's pretty. It's supposed to be a pretty good one.
And interesting point of trivia. The interesting point of trivia there. Norm and Sammy. I sound like Cliff Clavin from Cheers just now. It's actually the shallowest of the Great Lakes.
Yep.
Yeah. Not interesting.
It's all
I guess.
about
Okay.
Cheers.
More interesting.
Yeah.
So on Cheers, if you ever gone back and watched like season 1 and looked up how old those actors were,
Yeah.
there wasn't like an actor that was over like 33.
Right.
And they're like, 50, 60 looking. Mm-hmm. What's changed?
Moxie.
Yeah.
Beer quality.
Beer quality. Oh, yeah. The beer quality was aging them faster than it should have.
It's a lot better now. Oh, this one even says, what is it? Sustainably crafted with purpose.
Yeah, there we go.
To retain your youthfulness. Yeah, okay. So anyway, I'm sorry. So the pretty good amusement park.
Yes.
Okay. They have a lot of roller coasters.
Never been.
I need to go. I'm a big roller coaster fan.
Kings Island.
Dude, loved Kings Island.
Yeah.
That was a good place. When I was a kid, they have one white roller coaster there. It's an old wooden one, and I think it's called the Jackrabbit or something. But I was a kid, and it just had the single bar that comes down in front. You're just like on a bench seat, and the bar comes down.
Good old days.
And it's this double hill, so you start cooking down the hill, and then it hits a hoop-de-hoop where it just bounces again, and it lifts you out of the seat.
Yeah.
Well, I was little, and the bar was so far away that I went.
What do you mean
straight.
Was?
Okay. So if you imagine a 135-pound guy now as a kid,
right.
Yeah, I was small. So I like a leaf went right out from underneath the bar and up. And my uncle was sitting next to me and had to grab me by my leg and pull me back down into the coaster because I was like gone.
You ever been to the what was the big one in Disney World that drops you? That's in
Well, Space Mountain, but
no.
That
You get it's the haunted mansion thing.
Yeah, I know
you
what you're talking about, yeah.
Twilight Zone. So the last time we were there, we snuck
Tower
Hallie
of Terror?
on. Tower of Terror, yes. So Hallie was 4, and we managed to get her on that ride. And I think they literally there's little chains that hold you in. That's the safety precaution that they have. And I think Hallie was probably up 6 feet off the seat by the time that thing dropped. Courtney was sitting there just like holding her down and everything. It was pretty funny. So
yeah, that's
responsible parenting.
You had to be there.
All right. Did we rate this one?
Yeah.
We have not.
Let's rate it. What do we got?
I've got a 6.5 out of 10. It's nothing wrong with it. It's not my favorite. I'm not big on wheat beers. The raspberry is really nice though. I do enjoy how well they did that, how clean it tastes. A lot of times raspberry gets really muddled, really lost in the beer.
Right.
It's that they used enough or whatever they did to have it come through. So it's solid. I drink it again. I wouldn't, order it over this Boss Dog.
But would you drink as many of the Boss Dog as you would this?
Yes. I would drink more of the Boss Dog than I would that.
Yeah.
He is one who likes the tongue glove.
Well, that one's, the raspberry is good. It's the sweetness builds up, even that little amount. It's kind of stayed on the tongue, and it's just a little too much sugar.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would say 8 out of 10. It's nice and light. Could have 2 or 3 of these, and especially when you're just like hanging out on a patio, and yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get something more than it's all right, I think.
I'd probably go with an 8.
An 8?
All right. There you go.
Cool. Now, would you take this over if you're at the beach? Would you take this over vodka, water, and lemon?
No.
You know,
She's her drink. She likes what
you
she
like
likes.
what you like.
She knows
you
what she wants.
All right, get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
I'm going to go 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay. I think
Blueberries.
I think we're
whatever.
pretty much solid around the board. This is an 8 out of 10. I think this is the only time we've ever had a consistent, especially with this many people, consistent grading across the board. It was good. I would drink this again. I like it. I'm not normally a fruity beer kind of guy, but this would be a go-to if you want that refreshing, light, fruity zest to something. It's good.
Ohio beers are solid.
I like it.
go.
All
I'm
right.
digging 'em.
This is a good sign. All right, we'll wrap it up for this episode because I'm sure we've gone long enough. I don't even know how long we've been recording,
It's
but
been a while.
I would say this: if you get a chance to go up to Ohio, try these ones out. I think all 3 are worth checking out. And then till next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thank y'all for
Salud.
coming by.
Yeah. Where can they find us and follow us and all that fun
Oh, yeah,
stuff?
I guess I should say all that stuff. So Ales and
Come
Tales,
on, Mike.
the Ales and Tales podcast.com, and you can go to all the audio listening. You can go to the Ales and youtube.com/at the Ales and Tales podcast for all the video in case you're listening and you want to actually see all the stuff we're doing, which is random and weird. You get to see the cans.
Yeah.
And then What am I missing? Oh, Instagram. Please follow us on any of these and follow us on Instagram at the Ales and Tales Podcast. We'd love to hear your comments. Recommend some other beers for us to try, or do as Carly has done and bring us beers. We're okay with that too.
There you go. Right on.
All right. Till next time.